You see, we looking cold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, hell done froze over talking about Lucifer, giving us
Woo.
the big.
Woo. Is that so? People. Joel Benjamin 528 here. You see the name of the title, the Lucifer deception and the angels that rose back up. We're going to hit you with another great one today. And you ready, Babanu?
I'm ready.
Let's
I'm
give
here
it to
live
me.
and direct. Peace and love to everyone, all the international people
And the domestic. Don't forget
and the
the domestic.
domestic people, to all the terrorists in Guantanamo Bay.
Hey, that's why they be messing up my stuff. You see when you say stuff like that?
We didn't say that
Don't
last time.
say that
Nothing.
this time though.
They just don't like us. We would like. No, it's for
He
real.
said they just
They
yeah.
just don't like us. There's a whole lot of other stuff that
You
is.
be saying crazy.
Yeah, man, you be checking people's YouTube vids and it's all type of madness, you know.
Yeah.
But there's a any
Don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
any melanated person who is out there, not part of the system and not like towing the line, you know, the the government does every single thing to suppress those people. We we are not going to have any more Malcolm X's. We're not going to have any more Khalid Muhammad's. Like, it's done.
That's dead.
It's dead. The government is all over this stuff like white on rice. They won't even give you a chance to, get up there. They make sure that they cut you down by one, flooding the market with what do you call them? Fakes?
Yeah, might as well just. That's the very easy term.
Yeah, flood the market with
Imposters,
fakes,
charlatans.
frauds, imposters, and charlatans, and make sure that people are really, really, really distracted. Whether it's with mainstream media, entertainment, even the conspiracy theory school camps. A lot of that is not really taking people there. They are making sure that you are powerless to work against the system. Right now, we're talking about the Lucifer deception and the angels that rose back up. And, this is what we are experiencing here is the Lucifer project. A lot of people, unfortunately, are not aware of this. The story of Lucifer changes from tradition to tradition. In ancient Kemet, it says that Set cut his way out of his mother's womb. Um, that's the same Lucifer story.
Mm.
The thing that people don't understand is that one, Lucifer and his twin, which is the other sun in the sky, those two suns were gestating in
Sky.
the sky up in the heavens in the constellation of Taort. Taort is their mother, and in ancient Egypt, you know, they use the term Set to really point out that this was something evil that was done, where Set tore his way out of his mother's womb and birthed himself prematurely. So the thing with Lucifer is about, it is the arrogance that leads to doing things when not ready. When you go to the Dogons, It is Oko. And there's a whole lot that can be said about that because this is where you start to realize that, it's a number of different deities that fell with Lucifer, all of his angels that were with him at the time, not necessarily that they agreed with him, but because they were part of his crew, they all fell. And
So guilty by association, basically.
guilty by association. And you have to understand that what happened was very, very bad. If
You think?
if you're talking about twin stars and we are being told one cut its way out of his womb, try to extrapolate that astronomically. There was probably a big calamity in the heavens. You know,
There was. When you
yeah,
read the story, there were.
yeah, planets and stuff colliding, like major destruction in terms of what he did, and then tried to come, over to this part of, space and start his own thing, and it didn't work.
Not that he came over, he got sent down, kicked out.
Well, from
You don't like here so much? Boom, go there. That's your prison.
right, and this is his prison. He was a son, and he got covered with, like, asteroids and, like, comets, and that covered this planet. And there's a sun in the center of the planet. It's very, very hot, and that's why no and that's where hell is. And the reason why hell can be so hot is because the center of the planet is a sun. Scientists claim that one day this planet will be a sun again. Yet Lucifer wants to be a sun again, but he's not ready. However, uh, a faction of the angels that fell with him rose back up. And those are very, very important for our life, for dealing with this life, and even for, helping to avoid the Lucifer deception. There's a lot of deception. Um, Also, we have to make sure that we are in right in terms of being righteous and not falling to hell. And it's unfortunate that a lot of people don't believe in hell. There are a lot of people that, say, like, they are spiritual. And one person even said, well, people were saying that, the white man invented hell. And then you even have white people saying that a white man or white people invented hell. This is all Lucifer's deception. um the last class that I did, I went over detailed accounts of hell in ancient Kemet. You know, um,
I
they
was in the
talk
pay-per-view live stream.
that was in the pay-per-view live stream. Where the souls, they can't get on the bark of Ra. They're being hounded and harassed by monsters. There's also another Egyptian artwork where you see the goddess Sekhmet, and she's boiling the souls of people in, like, pits of fire. And that happens in hell. You get thrusted into fire.
I want to go back to when you said with him the two stars
Yeah,
or suns,
two sons.
because sun is a star
Yeah,
as well, just real brighter. Now it's important for y'all to understand. You see, with this deception, the government always do these things and they say and make it in a way where it goes over your head. How many of you ever heard of the Lucifer Project? I want you to type it in if y'all ever heard of the Lucifer Project. All right. The Lucifer Project was a secret plan created by NASA to create a second sun in our solar system.
And they're calling it a Lucifer project.
Okay? Check it.
And they're calling it the Lucifer
Let me
project.
fix this mic. I'm sorry. Is it
Is it
like
coincidental?
how it you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So obviously they know and they knew what was going on for the longest because they're under the influence
Lucifer.
of these beings what's going on. Now the reason why we're talking about this is because further on to the into the show, we're going to get into on why they don't want you to know your birth angel
Exactly.
and why they don't want you to come through with this. Now with the Lucifer project, y'all could go check this out. It's an actual project by the government. Okay, Lucifer. That's how they spell it. It stands for Large Binocular Telescope Near Infrared Utility with Camera and integral field unit for damn, that's a long one right there. Extragalactic research. Extragalactic. My bad. Extragalactic research. So I'll read that again. I know I jacked that up. Large binocular telescope near infrared. You try pronouncing this 3 times fast. All right. Um, utility with camera and inf- integral field unit for ex- extragalactic research. Now, why name a project? It's like they were going out their way to name it the Lucifer Project.
Yep.
Am I wrong for saying that?
Oh no, they wanted to name it the Lucifer Project. Lucifer is the principal being, deity, God that the Illuminati is working under for the new world order.
Correct.
What
And they
happened?
don't forget they're trying to create a second
And
sun. Why are they trying? They can't
create a
even
second
handle with the
sun,
sun they have now.
nuclear
What is the person
fusion.
trying to? What is the purpose trying to create a second sun?
Yep. They wanted to create a nuclear fusion as well. And it's really, really ridiculous because they are trying to get, like they're claiming they are trying to get a better source of energy, but those sources are really for weapons applications
Which is
because
a wicked type of energy.
yeah, if you look up magnetic motor, YouTube magnetic motor, that's free energy.
Correct.
You want to talk about the Lucifer project and what's really, really going on? Any 8-year-old kid can put together a magnetic motor and power their light bulbs. They can make it big enough to even power their homes. Yet, we have all of these wind turbines,
Solar power.
and solar power is all part of the deception. The deception is so deep that there are Christians out there that believe that the Antichrist will be pushing free energy. No, the Antichrist is suppressing free energy.
Could you imagine?
Could you imagine? Imagine, and this is the thing that is so
Hold on,
interesting.
don't forget Brown's gas, where they get the water. Excuse me, they make fire out of water. That's a next form of free energy that they don't want people. We giving you the stuff where you could go check out YouTube. Brown's gas.
Yep.
Y'all heard me talk about the Lucifer Project before. You heard me talk about Brown's gas before. You heard of the magnetic motor before. But y'all really check this out. Continue.
Yeah, my God, what was I going to say about free energy?
Forget that.
My goodness. But and what these people, they took over the world. when they were developing as a people, we kept this information secret from them. That is specifically Lucifer and his retinue and his fallen. We kept that hidden from them. But when they took over certain areas, there were temples that they took over. And I saw, like, my ancestors came and showed me that they had occupied a temple. It was the Romans. And in the basement of the temple is where they went and they discovered about Lucifer and these different beings. They started working with them. The thing is that they couldn't handle it.
Let's read that. First off, we ain't started off correctly. Salute to the international audience, the domestic audience, galactical, all those that rock with us, or the entities that deal with us. Okay? Salute to y'all all for coming in. If y'all coming in, make sure y'all hit the like button and make sure y'all chat and share the link, especially those out there on Facebook. So Mr. Murray
I
Zero says, why do the Jews of today do not believe in hell? Let me touch on it first. Let me tell you something. I don't know where you get that from.
me neither.
I've been hearing that, and let me tell you something. They believe in hell. There's a lot of them. They'll don't make them fake you out and fake the front. Some of them is worshiping, you know, and on that stuff with Lucifer.
Yep.
They're part of projects like the SETI project. Okay, so the suppression is very real, and they even try to suppress, like we said before. You learn about your birth angels. Hell, they tried to suppress these books. God Genes Decoded Volume 1. God Genes Decoded Volume 2. God Genes Decoded Volume 3. They will continue doing um, anything that could bring you closer to dealing with angelic beings, angelic energy, and tapping into that higher power energy within you. They're trying to put a stop to.
You know, I watched a lot of, like, accounts of, Christians and their spiritual experiences, and I had to say to myself, how is it that someone can go and make a pact or get involved with these demons and not know that's automatically you're going to go to hell? So when the brother said, Jews that don't believe in hell, the first thing that came to mind was like, who's he talking about? But they have human beings out there that really don't think something really terrible is going to happen to you by getting involved with these nefarious beings that ask them to do and participate in nefarious things.
And what I can't understand is they have a history of what them beings are and who they are and what they do. So why do they even think that?
Yeah, and now, over the past, like, years, seeing how this has spread to the so-called movement, the conscious, whatever you want to call it, the alternative,
The woke, the
the
woke.
yeah, the people who say they are woke and conscious are super lost, extremely super lost.
Well, we're gonna get in problems for that one, boy.
Yeah, extremely super lost. Um, and we live in a time of a lot of misinformation, in a time of a lot of deception. But this is a heartfelt warning to you guys out there. One, don't throw the baby with the bath water. Two, be careful. Okay, there's someone out there who goes by the name of Panic
Hey,
Demonium. Hold up.
what?
Lucifer's kingdom is called Pandemonium. So what I'm saying to you is, you got people out here playing with their life and playing with your life. Like, they think it's funny. It's not funny to sort of name yourself after Lucifer's kingdom.
Trying to get you to go deal with Baphomet and all that.
And then you out there trying to give people information, talk about what's going on. But it's not funny. And this movement is being ran by mentally retarded people because it's easier to get mentally retarded people to do this type of agnostic madness. Then you had the people pushing Cthulhu.
Hmm.
Cthulhu's all part of that demonic nonsense that happened in this solar system. You know what I'm saying? So you got some people that are kind of, I guess, maybe they're fascinated with evil. Stay far away from those people. Um, the safest thing that you can do in this landscape is, work with angels, get connected
Don't
to,
just tell them that. You see, that's what me and you always fall out at. Don't just tell them, oh, the safest thing you could do, work with these angels, because they got people telling them the wrong things and the wrong angels to deal with. They gotta deal with us. Say it the damn right way.
and make sure that you get with the professionals, people. I would really, really in implore some of you out there, if you haven't done it yet, get a copy of at least volume one of the God Genes
No, there
Decoded.
you go again. Get a
Volume
copy of
of
all
all
three
three.
volumes.
Get
There you go.
get a copy of these books. It's a start. You need to get into the framework of where to look, what type of information to respect, because you got to start filtering this information. I try my best not to talk a lot about the priest, the priesthood, etc., etc. But a lot of people out there playing fire because they're not professionals, they're not professionally trained, and they're just about this whole American cultural thing where you are free to do whatever you want, you are free to say whatever you want, you are free to to to
Free to
believe
die.
whatever, right. And yes, and you are free to get caught up and trapped and go to hell too. you know Telling people that there is no hell, hell don't exist, there is no Lucifer, blah blah blah, is absolutely insane, man. They got people who who are um who are powerful enough and even wise enough to even work with Lucifer but not go to hell,
Let me tell you something.
because we have
Hold on.
dominion.
Hold on. Before
Mhm.
you get into that dominion, they should know that part already. We're
Mhm.
not going there. When you start dealing with these beings, there is an energy. Me and Brother Divine talked about it. Me and Baba Kansu talked about it. Me and Baba Nu talked about it. There is an energy that comes over you and take control. That's why with the whole Star Wars, with the dark side, you start seeing the people look different. They have an aura and a demeanor about them. They will try to take you off the script so you cannot tap into your birth angels. Okay? You notice we keep stressing on that because we see people that will come out and they quick to say this is pseudo, but it's not that the the look you just gave. Like,
Pseudo.
yeah, it's not that it's pseudo. It's that either one they don't understand. That's one.
This one.
Two, they're useful idiots.
Useful idiots.
Three, they're government agents.
Government agents in the mix.
Or four, they just straight all out secret devil worshippers. They look like me and you, and they come out here and they will give a whole bunch of type of information. And you see me, I come out here, I don't call no names because I know why. Because when I do what I do, nobody could say, oh, it's because of Joel or whatever. No, we don't do that. So when dealing with these angels, there's things that people don't even know about angels that fell and how they became on the ascension and to get back in good
Yeah.
graces. Go ahead. Go ahead. So
Yeah.
real quick, I'm sorry. Real quick, I'm about to share this so y'all know the pay-per-view live event for anybody that want to know about the pay-per-view live event. I'm about to share the screen now. All right, it's the pay-per-view event and you get the reading as well. We're going to do a quick pay-per-view, okay, and then we're going to do the reading. So let me share my screen as usual so y'all could see what we see. All right, it's going to be December 7th. I was saying this the
The
5th. What's
fifth.
up? Yeah, we made a mistake. We made a mistake, people. It is December 7th, all right, starting at 8 a.m. Okay, December 7th, starting at 8 a.m. We're only going to do a brief lecture on it, and then we're going to contact the people individually to give them their angelic reading. So I'm going to show you what it looked like on Eventbrite before we continue and go on any further. All right, this is what it looked like right here, just so y'all could see for yourself. This is what it looked like. All right, you're gonna see me posting the link in the description. That is the link. It is December 7th, 2019 at 8 a.m. We're going to the first day, we're going to do what, 30 people?
About 30 people.
Depending on how we feel, we probably breeze through as much because this is taking a lot of energy from us. The reading is about 15 minutes and it's a lot of energy that's being used that we have to deal with. Okay, so just so y'all know, we are going to do that. That is the link, and you can have it there. All right, let's continue on with them trying to stop people from learning their birth
Yeah.
angels.
One, just a last show, especially for our people, it is very, very rare. But as I said, they don't want people working with these particular class of angels. When these these particular class of angels, they are critical to becoming enlightened. You know how people, well, I hope there are people out there listening that have at least heard of the concept of becoming enlightened. Maybe they have heard of, becoming an ascended master, etc. These angels help with that big time. And they're known as genii because they help you to become a genius. An enlightened person is a genius. So they help with brain development, how your brain works, how your mind works. So the you can't dominate pe- people that are intellectually superior. So these particular angels, they govern our intellectual capacity, and they help to enhance our intellectual capacity because it's through the mind that we become enlightened.
Now, the problem is when these crazy people come around, or these people that are into this type of stuff, and they say, "Oh, well, we see people teach on Baphomet and get to get with Baphomet and deal with Baphomet." And some of these people, even like the older generation, I say they made very strong mistakes,
Very, very
big
big
mistakes.
mistakes.
Because I come out of the school of Dr. Dilbert Blair. You know that. You
Okay.
know I dealt with Dr. Dilbert Blair. Me and Dr. Blair was cool. It's not something I ever used for bragging rights. And Dr. Blair always insists, and Dr. Blair was deep with the metaphysics, extremely deep with the metaphysics. A matter of fact, I'm gonna have to put up one of the old videos where I opened for Dr. Blair, so people could see. Because like people forget, some people see me and they're like, "Yo, where the hell Joel come from?" Some people call me an agent.
Really?
Some people call me an agent provocateur.
From Trinidad?
Yeah, So you have to learn that Dr. Blair, when he spoke on this and he said, "Don't get into this," notice, and I'm gonna say something, and people ain't gonna like what I say. Dr. Blair spoke on the angels and all that too. Anybody that used to teach on that is like they trying to do stuff to make you think, or they want to get people to come see them or whatever, trying to teach on Baphomet, Lucifer, and deal with that. And some of them made mistakes teaching on that. But with Dr. Blair, notice which is the ones that they tried to kill. Dr. Blair. They tried to kill Dr. Blair 3 times, poison him twice, right? Poison him twice. I think the first time they poisoned him, the wife died. Okay? So, if we're going to go into that factor and we're going to go with these old knowledge and old videos and not accept that people are wrong and these certain people made mistakes, and we have people to this day still making a mistake and still perpetuating this lie and still being pushed, then we'll fall. How much, you know what? I want to take a consensus. I want to find out how much people ever heard anything in any of these communities wheresoever talk about birth angels
Thank you.
or dealing with any type of angels, period. They might talk about angels, but how much of them say dealing with your birth angels and use these angels to get enlightened? All right? How many? Press yeah. Just press one if you heard them. All right? Um I I get so frustrated, and I know you get frustrated because we talk. We look to give you this information because we want you to be properly enlightened. When you have these angelic beings that come to you and try to attack you, it's a certain way you got to move when these negative beings, which are fallen ones, as we call them, that's when you start getting into the help me out, the Nephilim.
The Nephilim.
When you start getting into the Nephilim, they don't want you to be on the path. Some people might say 15 minutes and that much for the reading. That's you'll have the angel, the wicked one, come like this. What are you doing that for?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you don't need that.
You don't
You
need
don't.
that.
You don't need that.
You don't need that.
And now they go back, and now you're saying, I don't need that. Never mind you going through it. Never mind things are happening bad in your life. Never mind that you know about the deception that's going on. Never mind none of that. No matter how much proof you get, no matter how people break things down to you, no matter how much they show you and let you understand, you still don't get it. So now, if you have this entity on the side of you whispering in your ears and you're not aware, and you're not getting in tune or doing what you have to do to make yourself right and your family right, isn't it? Aren't you doing yourself a disservice to letting these beings creep in and take control of your life? You have to ask yourself that question. Like, I haven't done it in a while, but I know what I'm talking about. I well, I shouldn't say I haven't done it in a while. I just did it yesterday. But there's very few people I do it for. What I bless the Saint Michael candle, and when I bless the Saint Michael candle and I mark the seals, and I put the whatever intent, whatever I have to come in, I tell you what you have to carve on it, and give you the prayer to say, and you do it, right? That's the Saint Michael candle. What people started doing is they wanted to get the candle, and you know the who's I'm talking about, and try to steal the seal to see the type of seals that I'm putting. on the candle, and some of them got damaged, and then turn around and say, Joel is a bad guy, Joel is doing this, Joel is doing that. When you go and you doing something that's wrong and you're trying to duplicate or replicate an energy that does not interact with you, right or wrong,
Hell yeah.
it happened to you a few times as well.
Hell yeah.
And people don't get that this energy is going deeper and deeper and deeper down to a place where we call hell.
Sheol.
Say it again.
Sheol. The
Yeah.
Jews
Mhm.
call it Sheol. The Jews believe in hell. But I mean, you have a lot of people that might consider themselves to be part of Judaism, but ethnically, not like culturally. They don't, they still call themselves a Jew or whatnot, but they're pretty much of the Western world. They believe in, no God created the universe, no deity, no being. It was just some random shit that happened. So,
Language.
excuse me. So, you can meet people who call themselves X, Y, and Z, but then their beliefs are not in harmony with what that is supposed to be. We are living in, the lost time. This is a period where there's, like I said, a lot of false information, and names and titles and stuff like that is just that, man. It's just that. You could tell me that you are X, Y, and Z, but that doesn't mean that you are. But when you get down into detailed research, you will get an understanding of what are the type of ideas and beliefs and practices of a particular people. And it's pretty standard. What really, really had me was, in terms of the Lucifer deception, is how so many people are buying into some of the most dangerous ideologies, one that are at the crux of your salvation.
Because they're being hypnotized.
Hypnotized. People are hypnotized.
You got people, anytime you got people doing spiritual work to warp your brain, to take more money out of you, or to take your vagina, as I like to say. I don't want to go on any deeper, but you get the idea. You get the idea. There's a lot of stuff people are doing, and they're trying to lead you down the wrong path. That's why when we get into this, people like to say, "Yo, that's Bible stuff." And my brother right here, the Baba, done told you numerous times again how they dealt with this in Egypt. So why would you just straight out dismiss the Bible? If
Because
the Bible was not a book that was really Yada frame,
you know
dropping it, why would the Catholic Church have all those secret books that was taking out the Bible locked up? Why would they have guards in a room on with the shelves, pressurized seals? The only place where they showed deep on that is it the Da Vinci Code or is it Angels and Demons? I think it's with
probably
Tom Hanks. I think it's Angels and Demons.
didn't Tom Hanks do Da Vinci Code?
He did both of them.
Oh, he did both.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the same character if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
But Angel and Demons showed you where they have all the books locked up in the library and they don't want you to know what's going on.
If you're not a serious student, it's easy for people to tell you all type of stuff could be about what the white man's supposed to invent, what the African's supposed to believe. People just hear this stuff ad nauseum on some YouTube vids, on some Facebook or Twitter postings, but they don't take the time out to pull out them, thick books that was written in the 1800s before there was a Black conscious movement. Read a book that was written before this movement even started, like in the 1800s, by people who actually spent time going over thousands of ancient Egyptian scriptural accounts and Hebrew scriptural accounts. Might have gone over, some as well, Greek as well as Hindu. Study from those people who study the major civilizations that were the forefront of thought, that really led humanity, and you start to see a lot of similarities, whether it's Valhalla, whether it's Sheol, whether it's called hell, whether it's called the lakes of Tar-Chesirt, which is a lake
Lakes
of
of
fire.
Tartarus.
Then they also have Tartarus, and Tartarus probably come from Tar-Chesirt, that word and name. But with the Greek mythology, um, those like Hades, like that's hell. That's where they are. It's inside of the earth, and it was made to be a prison for people who don't want to do the right thing. As well as what's important to understand about the Lucifer deception is to understand this is a fallen planet.
Mm. Say
This
that again.
this is a fallen world. This is a fallen planet, and this is a planet that they use to confine and quarantine people who don't want to do the right thing. So I mean, it's kind of obvious that you got these people out here that are really nut job crazy. I mean, people are pushing Luciferianism. I remember this brother wanted to work with me, and he was a Luciferian. And I went and I asked the goddess Sekhmet. Sekhmet looked at me and was like, "He's not ready." Man, that's all she had to say. Like, how stupid can you be being a Luciferian? Like, really? It's like, hey, I got my ticket to
Oh
hell. I'm
man.
going to get tortured real good. Like, really?
What it is to gain the world only to lose your soul.
Yeah, man. And we have a lot of, I call them pimps, you know,
Conscious pimps.
conscious pimps. Priest pimps and prostitutes seem to go together.
Mm. You ain't lying.
Ain't lying. That's the type of weather. When you think you're going to heaven, but you don't know better, you're really headed for hell. Trying to tell you, brother.
Let's talk about these ones that's fallen in a sense. You want to pull it out? We're just gonna mention a few. No, we're only gonna mention one. Now that I think about it, yes.
Anything is going to mention. Nah.
Yeah. Just because me and Baba Nu got something coming down the pipe. Um, Only time I'm ever gonna say the price.
Oh my God!
Only
No.
time, and y'all gonna have to pre-order it, and it haven't ever been done before.
Just read that part there. That's important for why this is the
Got
first
you,
one.
got you. So it's very important because we're gonna put it where people have to pre-order it because we're not making where people just get this deck. We're talking about when you pull out whatever you pull out, boom, instant angelic communications, and the stuff is coming blessed, set up by me and Baba Nu. So we're gonna get into that. It's going to be 150, one or 150,
Mike, it has to be at least
150,
uh
150.
nobody is doing this.
All right, don't even say that. Don't
Yeah.
even say that, but 150. And when we come with it and we give it to you, so go ahead. The part that he
Yeah, this is very very important
And you see,
because
that's the first one.
yeah, because and one, they constitute an entire army. So the first of and
Hold
the
up. They say that again. They constitute.
an entire army, all 72.
Now let me tell you something. One, just
Uh-huh.
one,
Obey the saints.
just one.
Uh-huh.
One of these angels is like going up. Hold on, Derek Martin. I need to send your ass to the block party. Don't come on my effing channel, boy, and I'll get to the point. Get your ass off my channel. How about that? We already get to the point. What you think this is? I'll shut up this live stream. You see, people like you ain't worthy of the damn information. Don't come on here about get to the point. Who you think you running this? You don't run this.
You think you running this?
It's a long time I ain't put an angelic curse on somebody's ass. Don't play with me. Don't come on my streams. Don't come on Facebook. Don't come on YouTube. None of them. And try to come out here but get to the point. All we've been giving y'all asses is the point. Y'all get it twisted.
Did Derek say okay, cool?
Yeah, he said, okay, cool.
Good, thank you, Derek.
Don't come on here trying to act. Don't try to come on here trying to act up. But okay, cool. We serious with this. We dead serious with this. You see, I be trying to be calm with y'all asses. And y'all don't even be sharing the stuff, do what the hell y'all got to do. Y'all better come correct and be in check. It's nothing for me to light a freaking candle and send death angels at doors.
We're going to be.
I do this for real.
We're going to be censored.
This is not something that's funny and key and games. Y'all think it's games out here, and that's why I'm saying y'all they're not even commenting, but you have trolls that come on here, they comment when we giving up certain information, and we got to be careful we don't get hurt on the information that we give you and that we say.
Yeah, what we're coming out with is one, this is an entire system. It's a tree of life system. Okay? And
Hold on. You see, now Prince of Nile Valley said, why allow the negative energy to take over your I guess that's supposed to be you brothers. Ain't no negative energy taking over us. We letting people know we're not playing games on this. If you're coming to get the information, because some of y'all asses do not deserve this information, we're letting you know we are not here to play with you. Whoa, what the hell happened? People, we just finished did a Facebook Live. All right? Not Facebook, Instagram.
Instagram. 50 people ran.
We just finished doing the Instagram, and because the stuff got cut off, the link just cut off, and we was out of here. So that's crazy. And we was about to give you a certain information. That's why I say if y'all letting these trolls come up here in here, Baba Nu,
Yes, sir.
don't we always say that? That's why we say y'all need to comment or any troll and they say anything out of line. That's why I got moderators for too. Anytime they get out of line, don't even block them yet. Just you got a frame, sir. Oh, let me move over. Go ahead. Good, you good now.
Yeah.
That's why we tell you to jump on them and swarm them. Swarm them. Because I be no, because I be watching other people's channels like Tommy Sotomayor, all these other channels, and his people, his fans, they with certain information, they just swarm them. YouTube cut us off. And this is not the first time they did it.
No.
They don't want you to get this information. All right? They don't want you to get this type of information. Look how we now pop back up. I was like, damn, it was done. And you have these people that's government agents and they watch this and they're like, oh, they talk about the first one. We know they're an angel. They talk about, shut it off.
Yeah.
And that's why we do live streams. I'm shocked that he came back up. I'm shocked. Baba Nu is just as shocked as I am. Go ahead, talk to him, Baba Nu.
Yeah, man. Should we start and get into that?
No,
No.
no,
No.
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 Because
No.
I
No.
didn't realize, like, I went on here and I jumped on out of Instagram letting people know what happened. I thought we was done, off, kaput. That's it. All right?
Well, these particular class of angels. They also help with your um. It's called your angel guide. You have your own personal angel guide. That's a part of you. I went over this in the set of classes that I did. So these being connected, knowing your birth angel and working with your birth angel helps with your own angel guide,
Listen, here go the link.
and
It's in the chat.
it
Y'all can
also
get it.
helps with your crown chakras.
It helps with all your chakras, Baba. When you talk about the etheric chakras and everything, it helps with all the chakras.
Right. One of the things that when you manifest a genius, that's your crown chakras are percolating.
Mm-hmm.
So these particular set of angels are called genii because they help you to become a genius.
Right.
So yes, they help you with all your chakras. But I just wanted people to kind of